All right, so we're going to pick up where we left off. In the first video, we looked at creating an architectural unit, or changing our units in our drawing space to architectural units, that is with feet and inches. And now we're going to turn our attention to creating layers. Just a reminder, this is for people that are going to be starting with the MVCC mechanical inch template. If you're starting with the architectural template, which is up to you which way you start, if you're starting with the architectural template, then these layers are already going to be created for you. Okay, so you don't need to do this. All right, so I'm going to go through the procedure for making these 5 layers: walls, doors, windows, porches, and porch and stairs. And you can see the color that I'm going to assign to them. And the line weight, now you'll notice there's only 2 line weights. There's a thick line weight, which is 0.6 millimeters, and there's a thin line weight, which all the other ones have other than the walls, which is 0.3 millimeters, okay? All of these have a line type of continuous. So there's not a whole lot of variation here. Really, we're just going to create the layers so that we can differentiate objects, okay, by color, and then we can also change their visibility. We can turn them on and off. And then when we plot them, line weights give us an opportunity to control the visibility through plotting with either a thick or thin line weight, or we can actually turn off layers only for plotting. In other words, we can have layers that are visible in the drawing, but when we plot them, they don't show up, which is a nice feature if you want to have notes, but you don't want to plot the notes. All right, so because I'm not going to be doing a dimension and a notes layer, even though we'll be using those in our drawing, and the reason why I'm not doing a dimension and notes layer is because those already exist in the MVCC mechanical inch template. Okay, so we're going to do this short little bit here with the layers, and then the next video will be starting the drawing, and then I'm going to do the textile and the dimension style after I have the drawing completed, or mostly completed, because it's going to be helpful to test out my textile and dimension style with the drawing already created. Okay, all right, so let's get things underway. Okay, so let me move that to the side. Now you'll notice that I'm in the previous drawing that I used to change the units. Okay, so I'm still in this drawing. I am going to erase all this because we don't need this now, so let's get rid of that. And to see the layers that we have and to make new layers, I want to go up to the Layer Properties button right here and click on that and open that up. All right, and so this shows me all the layers that I have. All right, these are, of course, layers for an engineering drawing. Okay, so these are kind of standardized. Line weight is standardized between thick and thin. All right, 0.6 is thick, 0.3 is thin. Also, default is equivalent to a thin line also. You can see the line type, and then the colors are just arbitrary. It's kind of a CAD standard in our department for the colors. All right, so let's start making new layers. The first layer we're going to make is a walls layer, and it's yellow 0.6. Now, here's a little tip. When we create a new layer, it's the layer that is highlighted currently is going to be adopted as what we could say the source of the new layer. Okay, so because I want to make a yellow layer with a 0.6 continuous line, okay, I'm going to leave the visible layer highlighted, and I'm going to use the new layer command, which is that little button right there. I'm going to click on that, and notice what it does is it uses the highlighted layer as the source, so it has yellow continuous 0.6. And then layer 1 is the new temporary name, and I'm going to type in walls and hit enter. Okay, so there, I've created a layer. Now the next layer I want to create is a doors layer. It's going to be cyan, 0.3 line weight, and continuous. So if I want to be really lazy, I could go up here to maybe the phantom line weight, or phantom layer, which is cyan. Phantom line type 0.3. So the only thing I really need to change is the line type here. And I'll highlight that one and go to new. Now I'm just being lazy. You could hit new and just change everything. So I just wanted to kind of show you this little feature. So when I do that, notice it adopts the phantom as the source. It asks me for a new name. I'm going to call this is the doors layer. and I'm going to click to change the line type. I'm going to click in that, and it's going to take me to, I want continuous, so it's right here. All right. Now, if it doesn't, let me just say this for line types. If you don't see the line type that you want in this, what you're going to do is you're going to click on load. And then you're going to load, by default, it's going to choose the acad.lin file. That's by default. You don't have to put anything in. It's the line type file. And then you're going to choose the line type that you want to load into your system. So maybe I'll choose, just for the sake of this description or demonstration, I'll choose batting. And then I'm going to say OK. And I already have that, so just ignore this. Reload the line type batting. I already have it in there. And sure enough, there it is right there. There's my batting, and then I can choose that. So if you don't see the layer that you want, you go to load, pick the layer, load it, and then choose it again. Now, in this case, of course, we want continuous, which is there, so we go OK. All right, so there's doors. What's left? Windows, which is green, 0.3. Let me see if there's a green one. Yeah, hey, dimension, right? Look at that. It's all the same. So we'll choose that, go there. This is the Windows layer. And to be honest with you, the colors are arbitrary. If you want to change the colors to something different, that's fine. The only thing you can't really change is line type and line weight, because those have to be that way, because that's the proper way for the drawings. The colors are just for your benefit. So there's Windows. Porch is white, 0.3 continuous. So let's see, white. Chain is, let's see, where's white? Hey, 0 layer. I can choose that one and go like that. And then that's going to be porch. And then stairs is the same, so I'm just going to stay on porch and hit new again and go stairs like that. Okay, so I have all my layers. I have the porch layer, I have the stairs layer, windows layer, doors layer, and walls layer. So that's it. I'm ready to go. So I can close this dialog box. See the X up here. I can close that dialog box. And then I want to make sure I'm drawing on the, what I'm going to start with, obviously, is the walls. So I want to make sure that I'm drawing, my current layer is walls. So I'm going to make sure I see that up here, walls layer. And I'm ready to get going. Okay. I changed my units. I created my layers. I changed the current layer to the walls layer. And now I'm ready to start my drawing. And I'll see you in that video.